Hello, welcome to the channel. How you guys going? As you can see, it's 1:48 a.m. in Melbourne, Australia. It's Tuesday now. It's about 5 degrees Celsius. Is so cold. Just relaxing. Hope everyone's going well. Melbourne has 4 seasons in one day. We had hot, then we had pouring down rain, and now it's almost 2 a.m. So I thought I'd say g'day. It's nice to see the mountains sometimes. I was just looking up the update of Graciela but it gives me panic attacks. I haven't watched Crown for a while, just watch old stories, but Graciela gone missing is just so terrible that so many channels are doing updates and I don't want to do that. I want to wait. Like I said, good news. If a child goes missing and you got no news, how can that be good news? Some people say no news is good news. Gives me panic attacks just thinking about it. Apparently the grandmother is transgender and the father had trouble with the mom, so they separated. I don't know what's that got to do with it, but in the middle of nowhere in Australia, that's very strange. But we live in a strange world. No news from Gus yet. The Defense Department has gone in and they're doing the search again. So, hola, ¿qué tal, Fernando? ¿Cómo estás? Fernando José Estrada Pérez. ¿De dónde sos? Yo soy uruguaya, pero estoy en Melbourne, Australia. Bienvenido al canal. Hablo inglés, speak English, Spanish, hablo español, italiano también, you know. Yeah. Es muy importante a veces hablar muchos idiomas. It's good to read, speak a few languages. Hablamos español, inglés. Prakash Kumar, how are you? Oh, good day, passerby. Good to see you, mate. What's life changing based on your experience, Kumar? The disappearance. Desapareció un chico, Fernando, si estás ahí todavía. Un nenito de 4 años desapareció en el sur de Australia. Y no se sabe nada. Hace ya 2 semanas, o más de 2 semanas. Y todo el mundo está especulando qué es lo que pasó. How are you, passerby? Going all right? I was, looking at the updates of Gus, and I'm thinking, oh my God, it's so terrible. I was just watching the TV, 2 a.m. and I had a funny nap. Look at that. You see 5 degrees in Melbourne? Yeah, that's probably what it looks like outside. Freezing cold. We had a lot of rain yesterday, and today is just been very sunny afternoon. Oh, you start work in an hour. So about 3 a.m. Oh gee, you having a cuppa? I'm having a good cup of coffee. That's it. I speak Spanish, so there was a guy here that spoke Spanish, but I think he left. Hola, hola, hola a todos. Hockey, long time no see, sweetheart. How are you? How guys? I actually it's 2 a.m. That's probably why we are here together. Normally asleep at this time. Oh, nice. I'm having a black coffee as well. I couldn't sleep. I thought I might as well enjoy the coffee, you know. Oh, you don't do the daylight saving in Queensland. That's right. Oh, wow. It's 1:54 a.m. and it's 5 Celsius. Passerby is in Queensland and they don't do daylight savings, so it's 1 o'clock in the morning there. I still have my microwave with the old time. I don't like daylight saving either. So 8:53 in Colorado. How nice, oh guys. Australia is so isolated from the rest of the world. It's not a bad thing, but I was looking at that boy that disappeared, Gus, and I was getting panic attacks, and I was just reading the news, and some news, channels do it, crime channels. I sometimes show clips of news and stuff, but I can't do it. First of all, I just watch a bit of crime news sometimes, or we watch the news, but my beautiful hot guys, it's Tuesday here now. Wow. I get panicky. And people are speculating. Apparently the grandmother was transgender. I didn't know that. And I was looking at the face of Gus. And he's got like a black eye. And I'm like, oh, no. Yes. I do that. You know what I do? I just watch nature. Go for walks. Like today I was ready to go for a walk and my leg didn't want to go. 5 months today from my surgery. I've made it this far. Oh, Bianca. I haven't seen Bianca in so long. Because I see you guys on Journey's channel sometimes. In the mornings I'm trying to walk and, But yeah. I didn't get to walk today. I was all ready. And then I wanted to do the aloe vera. So I did a video on how to cut the aloe vera plant and store it. Some people, oh, nice. Oh, it's good to take a break. People are messaging me because they haven't seen me on Facebook. And I had so many phone calls. I said, no, I'm all right. I mean, I do lives on Facebook. I've got all my family, friends, neighbors from overseas, and, a lot of people that I know on Facebook. But, yeah. I thought people that really want to know how you are, they make an effort. Because Facebook is easy, isn't it? You just put how you going, all the photos, what the doctor said, what the surgeon said, and so it makes it easier for everyone to know, and they don't have to make the effort. I'm not saying friends, I'm saying my family, my sister. They're beautiful. You go through funny, when you look how I got black under my eyes. So I've been putting aloe vera on my skin. I think it works. Let's see if it gets rid of this little thing. I think a spider bit me. You know what spiders are like. It's so dark in here. Oh, yeah. Um, yeah, I'm the same, passerby. I mean, because I'm not from Australia and I got a lot of family overseas, um, and the funny thing is when you put a post on Facebook on in English or Spanish, it translates into the language that your country. So I've got Croatian friends and I've got friends in Italy, and so they can translate the text. Very clever. YouTube does that too. So I think if people are watching from um like if you put a video up in English and you're watching in Spain, it changes the language. So I was watching a chef from Argentina. He's huge. He's got millions of subscribers. And and I found it weird because I wanted to hear it in Spanish and I couldn't change the settings because in Australia you can only hear in English. So yeah, I couldn't change it. But yeah, I was getting a bit panicky. So I thought, drink water and, you know, deep breaths. Because every time you hear Australian news, the cops and they're saying don't speculate. They're not helping. I'm thinking, well, where's their family, you know? We haven't seen anyone speak out about this kid gone missing. Like if it's your kid gone missing, you go everywhere. I'll be with a shovel, shoveling the whole bloody 32 acres, making sure I didn't miss anything. Or suspicious neighbors apparently they have. I don't know. There's so many stories I was getting panic attacks. I'm a wuss. And I can see gore. You know, I can watch a lot of gore stories. But I don't like psychological thrillers. So I stick to my plants and my birds and the sky and the clouds. No, at least searching, you know what I mean, Hockey? I mean, ask questions. There's so many amazing, good stories in Australia. I mean, you get really good news here. I was watching really good news actually. About a guy that goes around Australia delivering art. So he lives in his car. He's so cute, and he drives thousands of kilometers, delivering art. You know what I googled today? Good news. How funny! I didn't want to see the news. I wanted good news. I don't want to hear about Palestine. I don't want to hear about. There's some funny stories. I don't want to hear about. I'm just my head was because we know what's right. You know what I mean? We know what's right. Sometimes you watch too much propaganda, the president said this and the king said that, and then you think, well, we're down here battling daily. No one come here and give us a hand, you know what I mean? You gotta do it yourself. They've got millions of dollars and they're multimillionaires. They don't have our worries sometimes. But yeah, it's really funny how there was well, it's not funny, there was a home invasion in Melbourne. So many people go into houses, and this guy lived in a multi-million-dollar property, and he heard noises downstairs, so he went to check. He was in his underwear. Apparently there was a couple of teenagers, and it's happening more and more, and he chased them down the road in his underwear, but he was all caught on camera, CCTV. Now they call him Captain Underpants. Very good looking. Captain Underpants. It's a funny I couldn't chase anyone. I mean, I don't think they'll come into my house because I have, a humble home. But yeah. Yes. There's no respect and when you migrate to a country like I did, you just come here. I came for love. I didn't come for money and fame and glory. You know what? I got wool I was knitting, and I think I got pieces of wool. Look, Hockey, can you see? I'm knitting a blankie. And I was saying that, people are like, I came here in 1989. Followed my husband, when he was born here, said, I want to come back to Australia. I thought, okay, mate, we'll go, but I'll go for a couple of years, That's it. 37 years. But I love it. You want to work and go to uni or study something. And, I was teaching Latin dancing. I worked for the fire department here. I was a volunteer CFA firefighter for 3 years, 4 years almost. And and then I went into work for Dementia Australia, Alzheimer's, and help families, But anyway, always try and better yourself, and when you have kids, try and raise them, with good morals for society, Oh, that is so cool. Black Opal knits as well. Oh, look, passerby, I think that we need better laws for sure. You wouldn't believe, well, you see it on the news. People don't watch the news sometimes, and they even people don't understand the news sometimes. It's just crazy when you see a lot of people fighting with machetes, They had an machete amnesty, and I don't know. They were gonna, they have boxes where you can go and take all your machetes. Like, these guys were fighting, and one of them were filming the fights with a mobile phone. It's gone out of control, You want to see the Captain Underpants? I'll show you the news clip. It's hilarious. Like, who's gonna hand over the machetes? He's so stupid. It's like when you have a belief and then you got to change your belief. They're not gonna hand over anything. You know what I mean? Check this out. Oh, it's on pause.
A brave dad wearing only his underpants has chased down 2 home intruders in Melbourne. The father of 4 then performed a citizen's arrest, forcing the suspect to call police themselves. Jordan Quinn has the details.
It was just after 3 this morning here in the upmarket suburb of Hawthorn, where police say 2 teenage boys broke into a multi-million-dollar home. They were creeping around downstairs until they were spooked by a finance executive and father who had just woken up. Grant Brown chased the two boys out of his home and down Kincora Road, still in his underwear. Security cameras captured the 15-year-old taking a turn down a dark alleyway, but there was no way Grant was letting him get away. The father of four wandered down and actually came back with the teenager in a headlock, walking him down the street and waiting for police to arrive.
Oh, good.
One of them was trying to jump over a neighbour's fence and went down a laneway, and it was in a dead end, and I pulled him back when he was halfway up the fence.
The teenager was taken away while his mate was also arrested a short time later. But Grant says he gave no thought to jumping into action because he's sick of these young thieves and Victoria's youth crime. When the father of four performed the citizen's arrest, apprehending the 15-year-old, he says he actually even forced the boy to call 000 himself.
He pulled up his top to see if he had a weapon, and then this guy's like, "Don't hurt me, you can call the cops, just don't hurt me." I'm like, "All right, you can call the cops." And just pulled out his phone and made him open it up.
The two teenage boys have been taken into custody and will be interviewed by detectives throughout today. But the ordeal has left Grant's neighbours in awe. They have now given him the nickname of Captain Underpants.
So funny, isn't it? So these idiots just
So initially on Friday,
see? Anyway, it's crazy. It's very loud, that's why. Okay.
footage that came out was filmed by bystanders, so you can see footage. It's just kind of filmed through the security doors or by bystanders kind of fleeing the scene, and you can see them from a distance. These two guys dressed in balaclavas, holding machetes and swinging them at one another. And then today we've seen new footage emerge, just chilling footage that shows it from the first-person perspective of one of these guys that was involved. He's got a machete in one hand and a phone in the other hand. And then that footage that he's filmed, he's obviously uploaded and it's been shared around, but he's really brazenly filming while he's swinging this machete at this other guy. Like, we haven't really seen anything like that before.
Anyway, they haven't found them. No, you can't. Not here, anyway. Sydney was chaos. So we had cold and rain here, but Sydney was
How
worse
good's working
than
from
us.
home?
Came out of nowhere. No one knew. Hockey, you know, we were coming into nice, beautiful weather. All of a sudden, it was
Sydney was blasted this afternoon by powerful winds when the weather suddenly turned treacherous almost without warning.
It caused chaos on the harbour and brought down trees across the suburbs with gusts of more than 100 kilometres an hour recorded at the airport.
Right under the harbour bridge, what started as a pleasant Sunday sail turned into a mad and dangerous dash for shelter. Snapping this mast in two. Collins Beach near Manly, it was even more serious. This yacht slammed up against rocks. Those on board forced to jump into the water, dragged onto a police launch that came to the rescue. 50 kilometre an hour winds turned nasty in the blink of an eye.
To about 80, 90, 100 kilometres an hour.
It was just as hairy on dry land. This tree at Villawood caused a terrible scare for neighbours, but landed neatly on the road and not their home. A scene repeated next door at Carramar, where roads had to be closed and traffic diverted. They were just as lucky at Surrey Hills, where this tree brought down power lines and caused panic.
The strongest winds we've seen on our instruments have been down in the south around the airport in Botany Bay.
That forced the airport down to one runway, where wind gusts hit 102 kilometres an hour and caused flights to be cancelled. A nightmare for families getting home from the school holidays. The SES has also been racing to jobs all over Sydney. This one at Smithfield.
Looks like he got a gust of wind and the roof came off.
Earlier, the same system caused havoc at the Bathurst 1000. Visibility at times was barely past the bonnet.
Supercars in the mist.
And there was no outrunning it on the road, and certainly not on the water. Winds are starting to ease across Sydney this evening, but now the rain has set in and there's still plenty of work for SES crews to do here on the Horsley Drive behind me at Carramar. This section of road has been closed since 3 p.m. this afternoon when a large tree brought down some power lines. Police have been here diverting traffic. Endeavour Energy crews were here to isolate the power, and now the SES has now been able to move.
I don't know, they took so, oh, that's all right. Hockey, I thought I made you a moderator because when someone's not here, the other ones are. And passerby as well. When you have the range, you can actually, sometimes you don't know who comes into the chat and I can't see it or something and you guys can see it, you know. Bathurst was amazing, but I love this. It's so loud. I don't know why. Maybe because it's late.
A record 50,000 runners laced up this morning to tackle the Melbourne Marathon Festival. From the elite to the once-a-year joggers, many took part for a cause close to their hearts.
Pounding the pavement at the crack of dawn. 42 kilometres from the MCG to Elwood and back, the thrills and the spills of the 47th Melbourne Marathon, where everyday runners become rock stars. Daniel Scala fulfilling his late father's wish after losing his battle with bowel cancer 2 years ago.
A lot of tears, a lot of emotions, but I mean, it's all part of the fun and I know he's watching.
Jason Hunt dressed for the occasion, stepping out to stamp out the stigma around men's mental health.
Anything to try and just get conversation happening, I think that's kind of the key thing.
While this family has made a monumental memory as Ross Malcolmson rises from his wheelchair, crossing the finish line on his own 2 feet.
I've raised a lot of money for a great cause and proud of Dad and proud of all the boys.
We had some injuries during the race, but here we are.
Here we are.
Records are being made on and off the course today with 45,000 spectators. That's double the size of last year's crowd. For the second year in a row, local Jack Rayner took out the men's title. While Caitlin Adams had never run an official marathon, today the South Australian won the women's race.
I couldn't help putting my arms up there at the end because I was just like really feeling that energy from the crowd.
Phoebe Worthley, 7 News.
Oh yeah, isn't it good? Fantastic. Yeah, we can do that. Remember that live we had, you know? I've been thinking about what's it called? The witch. I was thinking about him. I think he had an operation or something. And I haven't seen him for a while. The name escapes me, but yeah. We had fun. Well, thanks, sweetheart. The Melbourne Marathon was fantastic. Since I can't walk because I had surgery. And it's freezing. I can't take my jumpers off. It's crazy. So what happened is, I don't know, mute this, but I wanted to go. Actually, I walked to the train station on the weekend, Saturday, to go into the city. There were no trains at all. So I ended up chilling the hell out. They say things happen for a reason. And I don't want to... Oh, wow. So not far from what we're getting. I think we had 64, so it's cold. You know, with all the attacks in Melbourne and the drama and all the violence that we never had, I actually, people don't stop going out, but, I mean, you gotta weigh it, you know. So what happened in Melbourne, I wanted to go to the casino and do a live there with the river, and every hour they have fire. All right, cool. You can stay here, passerby. Oh,
Charged
sorry.
over the stabbing attack of a father and son outside Crown Casino.
The alleged offenders ran from the scene in Southbank before police stepped in as Melbourne's knife crime rages on.
Young boys cuffed and taken into custody. The gang of five accused of stabbing a father and son outside Crown Casino.
We woke up at 2 a.m. to just sirens going crazy. We thought, it would be a fight or brawl or, knife attack or something. So we're lucky we're safe up in the rooms.
Police say the alleged victims were walking with family along Southbank Promenade when the gang of youths bumped into them. An argument broke out and one of the teens pulled out a knife. The youths attacked, bashing the pair. The 23-year-old son, slashed and bleeding, was taken to hospital.
That just frightens the daylights out of me, yeah.
A 17, 16 and two 14-year-olds are facing charges but are already back out on the streets.
There has to be stricter laws, like they're getting slaps on the wrist.
7 News spoke to 3 teenage boys when they returned to the scene after being released from custody. They claim the violence escalated after one of their female friends was injured during the brawl. One admitted to throwing several punches after one of the victims was knocked to the ground.
I just want to know why is it only teenagers doing it, to be honest. It's quite sad. I don't understand why we can't just have peace and love.
A 15-year-old Broadmeadows boy accused of the stabbing has been remanded. A co-accused told 7 News the rush of stabbing someone is like an addiction to him. Geordie Wright, 7 News.
Oh, they're just shocking. Hockey. Oh, okay, passerby. So they normally call you what time you start? The plane crash was horrible on the weekends. They were going to the Bathurst and the plane crashed and 3 people were on board of the plane. So this is the 4th plane that crashes in 2 weeks. Like Lycraft, you know what I mean? And they're investigating and it's crazy. Oh, wow. So you have to, but you kind of know, like, if you start, like, say, you wake up, you know what I mean? And you're awake. Oh, it's so sad. I mean, hopefully we hear something soon, you know what I mean? Just nightmares. But yeah. Desi disappeared. No one knows about Desi Freeman. They should, this is a good doco if you guys can see it, but I can't play it, but it's called Case File, and they're good documentaries. Of course, My Daintree, but there's a guy that's so funny, that one. There we go. Oh, wow. I gotta sneeze. Oh Oh my goodness. Sorry, it started. This is a good story, all right? Feel good story.
He could be on a country road in Tasmania or driving across the Nullarbor. Laurie Burgess clocks up 1 million kilometres every 4 years, delivering art around Australia.
I get about 20 days off in January, another half a dozen days at Easter, and then that's about it.
It's a non-stop circuit, from Perth to Hobart and along the east coast as far north as Noosa. Life on the road means mostly camping out in his specially designed van alongside the artwork.
I had to make it the most comfortable bed that I was ever going to sleep in, because that way I would want to sleep in it.
Along the way, Laurie has developed a knowledge and appreciation of contemporary art few could rival.
And this is not me blowing my own trumpet, it's just the way it is, but there's no one person that sees as many galleries as myself or as many artists as myself.
For artists, being able to sell to buyers across the country or send their work to competitions like the Archibald Prize is key to success and survival.
It's really good for artists to enter interstate prizes, to get recognition and to get their art out there. So Laurie fills that void, I guess, really well.
Laurie says he'll continue moving art until he's saved enough money to buy a home. But his growing art collection is getting in the way.
I do end up buying a little bit. My accountant said to me, I have to stop doing that or I'll never have a house to hang it in.
Which means more time on the road before retirement. Fiona Blackwood, ABC News.
So what a cool job going around delivering, trains. Hey, passerby, check this out, you guys.
A driver trying to navigate angled parking at Glenelg has instead careered out of control, her hatchback ploughing into the front of a clinic, sparking an emergency response.
A small car that had a...
Sorry, how can you not angle park? Like, there's nothing different.
Big impact. It was just before 9:30 this morning when emergency crews rushed to Nile Street in Glenelg.
We have a vehicle that's being put through a shop front.
Witnesses say the driver of a Nissan hatchback reversed into a parked Honda sedan, then accelerated into the Audica hearing clinic.
Just a loud bang, almost like an explosion. It seemed to be a three-point turn, so she backed into that car.
Check his name, right? His name is Paul Newman, but it doesn't look anything like Paul Newman, poor guy.
Done the three-point turn and then went into that shop there.
Onlookers all rushed to check if the female driver was all right, one who happened to be a nurse, the first to provide aid.
She was actually already on scene when we got here, so yep, she was looking after the lady. So one less thing we had to worry about.
The owner of the Honda, Kenneth Bertram, missed the whole ordeal. But when he returned to his car, he quickly discovered it had been collateral damage.
I could see that something was wrong because the car was half over the footpath. In fact, I didn't even notice the other car on the other side of the road because it was so far gone into the shop there, and I thought they disappeared.
This is now the third time Kenneth's car has been hit while parked on this road. He believes it's because people struggle to get into these angled car parks.
Very bad drivers, I think, just inconvenient for the time being, and just carry on.
The Nissan driver, a woman in her 60s, was luckily not injured. She's been issued a fine for failing to maintain control of a vehicle. April Cretan, 9 News.
G'day, Apple Greeton. How you going? So funny. Some funny stuff, But anyway, look at my Jamaican album. It's interesting, This is a feel-good story I wanted to share. Whoop. Yeah, sure. Passerby did it. Fantastic. It's good if you're mods because you can check each other's channels, you know what I mean? This is a really good story. Oh, thank you. I was feeling, Shannon, yeah, I was getting a bit panicky. It's 2 a.m. I couldn't sleep. I had a coffee. And I was looking at Gus's updates and I was feeling really sick about it. And I don't want to talk about it. And you know, I didn't want to speculate or anything, but it just makes you feel sick not to see the family speaking out. And I want to know when it happens, but I can't even watch channels reporting on Gus at the moment because everybody's pointing at stuff and I feel sick. It's a 4-year-old, you know. I know people do it for clicks and likes and subscribers, but I don't think it's a way of getting subscribers to your channels, you know. Talking bullshit and speculating bullshit. No. I think that we need to be a little more careful with our words and how we use social media, you know. Anyway, we're all advocates for mental health for men and women. Movember is coming in Australia, which is Movember. They go moustaches. Everybody will grow their moustaches or shave them, isn't it? Passerby. Anyway, there's a few walks and people riding motorcycles. They're riding for S prevention, you know. Yeah, so it's pretty positive. Australia is an amazing country. We got to focus on the positive because when you watch a lot of news, it stuffs your head up. All the politicians talking this and the other ones talking that, and I can't either, but I couldn't, you know. There's a big politician here. She said something that it was horrible. Her name is Jacinta Allen. And, you know, I respect Aboriginal Australia a lot. But, you know, you got to draw the line somewhere. Each person is to understand that there's a war, you know, that is going on in the Middle East that has nothing to do with Aboriginal Australia, and they're mixing all the flags and they make it all one big war. And she goes up there and says something in the likes of, if they don't do what we ask, we're gonna burn, I can burn Parliament down, the Parliament House. I'm like, who says that? I don't like any politician, to tell you the truth. None. Zero. I do not believe them at all. I like the president of Uruguay, actually. He was cute. You can Google him. His name was, well, he passed away. Pepe, P-E-P-E, Mujica, M-U-J-I-C-A. And he, I mean, he was from the left, but doesn't matter where you're from when you're in power. I think he gave 95% of his wages back to the country. And he lived in his old house, that the first house, you know, that he had with his wife, and drove the old car and had a little farm. He said, we don't need people, we're older, you know. His wife worked at Parliament, so with her wage they can buy medicine, food, and pay some rates. And, you know, he lived in a very old farm with old tractors. And the good part was when presidents from all over the world had to go to Uruguay and visit the president of Uruguay, they had to sit there with him and the three-legged dog and a seat that some children are made from school bottles, cups. they collected all the cups and recycled them and made a beautiful seat for the president. And you see presidents from all over the world sitting down on this old, oh, it's hilarious. My TV doesn't like it when I pause it for too long. So anyway, hang on. Okay, another commercial. I love that eye. So anyway, no one is good hockey, I don't think. I think you just, you know what, you go to work, you save your money, you buy a house, you buy your food, be good to your neighbors, like they always, you know? Just do what you need doing. Yeah, same here. That's why Google a Uruguayan president. He gave all the money back. I just keep my head down. I just fight with what's right, you know. But which are human rights. This is a good story, guys. I'll put it on and tell me what you think. Good old Karen first.
Hello,
Yeah,
I'm Ali Langdon. Welcome to a special edition of A Current Affair. Tonight is about new beginnings. It starts here at this house on the Gold Coast, built by a big-hearted community for a very deserving family. We're going to meet all of them very, very soon.
You love these stories.
When Kelly Wilkinson was killed, allegedly by her ex-husband, she left behind 3 beautiful children. In the ultimate act of love, her sister Danielle and husband Reese took them in. But here's the thing, with 5 kids of their own, this family of now 10 was bursting at the seams.
Can I ask you what Kelly meant to you?
Absolute ray of sunshine. She walked in the room and just lit up, you know, the whole room, and everyone loved to be around her.
The horrific incident which took Kelly Wilkinson sent shockwaves around Australia and left her family traumatised. The young mum died in her Gold Coast backyard. Her estranged husband has been charged with her murder. Since that day, Kelly's 3 small children have lived with her sister Danielle and husband Reese, who we first met in this interview 2 years ago.
We've got 5 of our own, and Reese just looked at me and said, "This is us," and we said, "Yeah." So, you know, we'll make it work.
So looking at this, you've got now 8 children in a 4-bedroom house.
Yes.
It must be chaos. It is chaos.
It's loud. It's loud, but it's fun, you know.
Within days of hearing their story, the community reacted. Land was donated, tradies lined up to offer their services, and so began the task of building Kelly's family a new home. In their current digs, they've been bursting at the seams.
Where does everyone sleep? There's a couple of bedrooms doubled up with kids, and we've still got our 3- and 5-year-old in with us. Cosy. Yeah.
It's cozy. It's funny you say that, because some nights we still have empty beds because the kids like to bunk in together, or we sometimes end up with 5 in our bed.
Take us through, what does your average day look like? How do you get that many children on the road to school?
Oh, we've got it worked out pretty well now, and the older ones, like, they've had to grow up really quickly, so they help out with the young ones.
With 8 children ranging in age from 3 to 13, they need a small bus to do the school run, which can take more than an hour, and meal times are a production line.
Yeah, it's usually done in 2 stages, isn't it, at times, so...
Yeah.
Get the young ones out first and then get the older ones in after that. And
lots of stir fries. Quick and easy, line it up.
And take us through your weekly shop.
Oh, the shopping's intense.
Yeah. Can I ask you, how much does it cost you a week for all those groceries?
At this point in time, we're spending around $800 to $900 per week. So we'll usually do a big shop and get everything we need, and then we'll need to do 1, maybe 2 top-ups.
When they first lost their mum, Danielle and Reese knew this was going to be tough for Kelly's 3 children, who can't be identified for legal reasons. Did they ask for their mum?
They know she's gone. They constantly say that they miss her. The 2-year-old does ask for mum, but yeah, they know she's not coming back.
I'm going to say, what do you say to them at those points?
Just throw as much love at them as we can.
And if you or someone you know needs help, you can call 1-800-RESPECT. So, has time made any of this easier for this family?
And then my bed is there with my squishmallow. Then I have 2 side tables. Yeah.
All the children, including Kelly's, have done drawings and notes to thank the builders for their new bedrooms.
I like to picture us as a trauma family. So everyone in that house has trauma on board. Mm-hmm. We've got different levels of trauma. We've got people going through their journey at different times. So we can have a little bit of big emotions at times, can't we? But yeah, generally pretty good.
Do you think Kelly's kids now feel, well, I'm sure they do feel like this is home, but have they grown all together?
Yeah, I think looking forward to the new house though, and it being more so theirs, you know, rather than them sort of being in our house, I think.
As Reese and Danielle are preparing for the big move, we have a couple of surprises in store, including a week-long holiday for the whole family at the Hilton Hotel in Surfers Paradise. And we've called in the professionals to help with the packing.
My name's Fiona Pride from Hilton Surfers Paradise. This story has impacted our whole team so much. We're looking forward to welcoming Danielle, Reese and the kids to the hotel for 8 nights accommodation, including full buffet breakfast every day. We really can't wait to welcome you all to Hilton Surfers Paradise, and we hope that you have an awesome stay.
Hey, Reese and Danielle, I'm Michael from Premier Removals, and we're here today. We're carrying out your move, and by the end of the day, we're hopefully going to have everything unpacked, installed, and we're going to have this place looking like a home for you.
To have a few days off and just really take some time for ourselves is going to be a massive help, you know, so.
It'll be very different living in a hotel.
Oh, very, very different. I hope they're ready for us.
That is a very good question. Are they ready for it? And Danielle and Reese, I tell you what, it has been a big day, but let's just go back to the fact that you opened your hearts and your home to Kelly's 3 beautiful kids, and I know you would have had it no other way, but it has been a lot, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been massive, yeah. It's been a really long couple of years, sort of finding our ground with the new guys and everything like that, and I think we feel like we're finally getting there now, and this house is just going to make it so much easier.
Well, I mean, this is the new house we're in right now. You got the keys, and that moment when those little hands pushed that front door open and there was like a stampede of screaming, excited kids as they ran up the stairs. Yeah, I mean, that was such a moment, wasn't it?
It was, even the drive here, everyone was so pumped, weren't they? And when we got here, I was like, walk, don't run. But as soon as that door opened, it was just, there's no stopping them.
And now I do want to know that noise, right, as they you know, experienced this new house. Was that just because they were seeing their new house? Or I get the feeling that maybe every day is a little bit like that?
Every day's a lot like that. It was definitely heightened a lot more today, but yeah, every day's a lot like that.
And how did you feel walking in and seeing what this amazing community had built for you so that you guys, they want to see your future in this house?
Well, it's just overwhelming that there's that much generosity in the community to come and help us like this. You know, we're happy to do everything on our own, but to see all this now, you know, it's just
very surreal.
It's very surreal, yeah.
It was a real moment, wasn't it, Danielle?
Yeah.
Was it what you expected?
So much more.
So much more, so much more. And I think we'll be thinking that for a long time after.
Yeah.
Well, of course, this couldn't have happened without the extraordinary Tamika over here from My Bella Casa and Brad from Metricon. So, Tamika, I'm going to start with you because basically you rammed this through. You were the one who kind of ran it. You got everybody on board. Why was it so important to you?
I think seeing Danielle and Reese just unapologetically stand up to take care of these kids, it really inspired me to say, well, we're with you. And I think particularly seeing tragedy happen, we really wanted to stand up to say we're not okay with this. And as a sector, seeing everyone stand behind me in doing this, it was incredible to see the entire sector of predominantly men, actually, that stood up and went, we're not okay with this either, and we want to give these kids a home, and we want to give them hope that there are really good people in the world.
Brad, you're nodding along to everything Tamika said there. This land was donated. Metricon, you built this house. You built this family a house. Do you understand what you've given them?
Yeah, we're incredibly proud.
Sorry, Hockey. They had 5 children, and the sister that passed away, well, was unalived by the partner. Had 3, so they now have 8 children altogether. And so, men always get involved. The funny thing is, Metricon, once upon a time I was going to be with them, but they get publicity, all these companies, but how cute is to have so much love. The couple is inspiring to see a young couple in love and how they look at each other all the time. Oh, typical Melbourne woman, yeah. I have more male friends that are amazing and a few female friends. I sometimes look at the person, I forget the gender, if you know what I mean. I don't look at, I talk to people and I forget the colour and the gender, I don't care, but it's funny that all the people standing there, Maida 10, it's like a hardware, and Metricon at the front, eh? Yeah, this is a feel-good story. And this house is going to be forever. And they don't have to worry about rent, being homeless, or where they're going to get, It's very interesting, The Victorian Premier created a position in her cabinet to change, predominantly we lose women to domestic violence, but look at Erin Patterson. She had everyone.
We're Australia's largest builder, but at our heart, we're a family-owned business. And when we heard what this family had endured and the fact that Danielle and Reese were stepping up to grow a pretty large family overnight into a larger family, we were just compelled to do whatever we could to help. And no doubt we couldn't have got this done without the great suppliers and stuff. We're incredibly lucky to have the best in class of every subcontractor and supplier, and I think if there's heroes here today, it's really the guys that sit behind us that help us every day and have really delivered something that I'm incredibly proud of.
It is absolutely stunning. This is the room. Are you all proud of yourselves for what has been delivered here? It is. I wish you could have all been here today to see the look on the kids' faces. They've all been sharing rooms, and I think poor old Danielle and Reese have had kids sleeping in their room. They've got their own space now.
Yeah, I walked in and was excited to see the finished product, and I was grabbed me by the hand and just took me upstairs, and they were just so proud to show me their bedroom, and I have to admit it just hit me incredibly hard.
Is there anyone more deserving than this family, Tamika?
Absolutely not. There are families every day that contact us in desperate need for a home. So I think for the community to stand up to say we're not waiting for this and we're going to stand with you says something around the urgency and the need for a safe and secure home, but particularly for a family of 10, and hopefully a family of 10 that now knows that everyone is going to stand up with them in such a tragic circumstance to
and we're seeing that here today, everyone who's around. There have been so many generous sponsors who've been involved and have made this happen, and here's a word from a few of them.
Oh, sorry, commercial. Yeah, it's so beautiful. Oh my God, look at that car. Anyway, the good story sometimes is what gets you through the day, to see that there is humanity out there. And there's so much more good than bad. It's just that the news love the bad stuff, you know. All the channels love the bad stuff. Because people like drama. And drama sells, you know. Not interested. But, you know, we love to know what happened, and we naturally love the stories, but we're not gonna speculate.
Dinner's ready. What did you make at school? A ladybug.
I love this. It's always Queensland looks amazing. Some of the Australian commercials are hilarious, I swear to you. They make it funny, and I watch them, and then I sometimes search for them for playing, you know.
For Freedom. And I'm Kristen, I'm an interior decorator with Freedom.
When we heard of the story of Kelly and everything that Danielle and Reese were doing to pull the families together, we wanted to be able to do what we could for Danielle and Reese and the family in that space. So we provided $25,000 worth of furniture and also the service of Chris as our interior decorator.
Yeah, and it's been an absolute honour and privilege to be a part of this beautiful community project. We hope you have lots of beautiful new memories moving forward.
It's nice, but I hope they make it their own, you know, instead of someone making your house, you know. It's good. Yeah, I like it, but yeah, we'll keep it simple, eh? But this is...
Good thing about working for Mitre 10 is being a part of the local community. The owners of our store live at the Gold Coast, and through school they know Danielle and her sister Kelly and the family. And so when we heard about this, we wanted to be able to help. The way we're helping is that we're donating an outdoor barbecue, a dining setting and a lounge setting so that they can enjoy family time together outside in their alfresco area.
I love it.
I'm just watching your face that whole time, Danielle. Is it fair to say that perhaps you're a little bit overwhelmed?
Oh, extremely overwhelmed. I don't even know what to say. I don't know. I really just don't know how to be right now. There's so many emotions coming through. Yeah, extremely overwhelmed.
Well, I want to talk because right now we're in the kitchen, and the things that I noticed about this house, for one, there are 2 fridges and 2 big fridges, which you need. There are 2 washing machines, which you're also going to need. But can I just run through some of your shopping list? Like 18 litres of milk a week. I mean, I saw that and thought we should have just bought you a cow for the backyard, you know, how much you need. There's like 10 kilos of meat and a couple of kilos of cheese and like 8 kilos of vegetables every single week. Yeah. You got a lot of mouths to feed, don't you?
It really concerns me because we don't even have teenagers yet. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I look at I'll think about that idea of all 10 of you sitting around that table and the laughter and the joy and the memories you're going to make. But I'm just going to step back because I'm so envious of this extraordinary pantry that you've got here that has been stocked by your wonderful local IGA. And because we love to give surprises, I want to invite in Leanne here from local IGA. And Leanne, you've got something you'd like to say to them?
Yes, I'd just like to say thank you for having us in your beautiful home here tonight. And all of our team were profoundly affected by hearing Kelly's story. It did touch our hearts. And we, from our IGA family to yours, we would like to give you a little bit more. I know we've filled your pantry, but we feel that we can give you a little bit more, and we've given you $15,000 worth of
How's that feel? You've got 2 weeks of groceries. It's going to go a long way, isn't it?
Oh, it absolutely will. Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. Good. Well, guess what? We have more, so stay with us because coming up after the break, we're going to talk to some of the extraordinary tradies who helped make this magnificent home possible. Is that the Dulax dog I see here in the very backyard? The house is packed tonight because this is how many people it took to build this extraordinary home for Danielle Reese and their family of 10. And joining me now is Kelly Wilkinson's dad, Reg, and sister Natalie. Look, it's a big night and in a lot of ways.
What a good story, isn't it? Hey, how are you, Jet Set? I was thinking of you today, actually. I owe you a keto diet meal, which I do know how to make. I make like noodles with eggs. You kind of make them, and it's a special way of making noodles. Yeah, it's interesting. With like an egg omelette, and then you cut them thin, and yeah, but I will make it. And this is such a good feel, you know, to see the dad and the sister there. He's funny, like, you know, he brought up all his children and lost his daughter. So
We're celebrating the fact that they've moved into this beautiful home, but it's also very bittersweet because it means Kelly's not here, Reg.
Yeah, I think you miss her every day. You know, I mean, what everyone's done here is wonderful for the kids and the family, and we can't thank everyone enough for what everyone's done, you know. Like, yeah.
What does it tell you? People have pitched in, they've donated their time, whatever resources they have to make this happen.
They're still good in people. Unfortunately, there's not good in everyone, but it shows you that the majority of people are good people, and they all understand what our family has been going through. And yeah, it's very heart touching.
Yeah,
that, you know,
a lot of emotions tonight, right?
Yeah.
I know. And for you, Natalie, I mean, you know, Kelly was your sis. What do you think she'd make of all of this?
I don't know that she'd have the words. This is crazier than anything I thought was going to be put together. This is amazing. And they deserve it.
They do, don't they?
Yeah.
How wonderful are Danielle and Reese?
They are amazing and amazing parents to all 8 of their children.
How noisy is this house?
Wildly crazy.
Like, all the time.
All the time.
You know?
You get used to it when you're family, but, you know,
yeah.
It still is.
And is
glad I don't live here.
No. Is there something special, though, knowing that Kelly's darling little children are looked after for the rest of their life, and they are surrounded by so much love?
Yeah, that's the main thing. The main thing was to keep the kids in the family, and somehow try to provide for them, and this goes such a long way to doing that. So, you know,
they've got their forever home.
Yeah, they won't have to worry about, you know, somewhere to live or whatever. So it's a big burden off the family and the children themselves.
Well, you know who we do have to thank for that too? We've got Andrew Heers from the Builders Academy Australia. Step in, Reg. So this is the bloke who organised a lot of the tradies to help with the bits and pieces around the house. Have you got a message for Andrew?
Well, I cannot thank you enough for what you have done for my family, and I'm just glad that you got on board with this and sort of came through with this for us, you know.
Why did you get on board, Andrew?
Look, we only played a very small role. It's a shout out to Tamika, who's done an amazing job bringing people together. All the trades here, Metricon, who's done a fantastic job to build this amazing home. Look, we got involved the same as everyone else here because that sense of community of wanting to make a difference to the family after having that opportunity, I suppose, to help improve the lives of children and family. We're pleased to play our small part. And I know that everyone here in the trades that put this magnificent house together are all really proud of the outcome. And hopefully it's a much loved house for many years to come.
I'm sure it will.
But you know what, to me, looking around, and this house is full. It's packed inside and outside. It's mainly men here. And to me, that sends a very, very strong message that men don't stand for domestic violence, and that by doing what you guys have done, says we hear.
No, I agree completely, and I know the Kelly Wilkinson Foundation too is a very important initiative that's been launched as part of this, and I think that I think it's an area that everyone can get behind, and it's such an important cause and something that people want to play their role in, and I'm proud to play our small role, and what an amazing outcome, I suppose, overall.
All right, well, it's so good to have you here today. And Reg, I know it's a big night, but I know you wouldn't have missed it. And when we come back, guess what? We're going to have the final Kelly's legacy. It's going to live on, and how everyone at home can help. All right, guys, we happy to be here?
Oh, sorry.
CASA, Freedom, IGA and Mine Attendant. Every single person here, every trade who came and gave up their time, who put in the windows, who put in the lights.
You know,
it's extraordinary, right? As a final word, Danielle?
It's unbelievable.
How they changed YouTube? You get description now instead of the big box on top. So changed.
I don't have anything.
You don't need to. But can I also say that from all of this, in development at the moment is something really special and close to your heart. It's the Kelly Wilkinson Foundation. Just tell me what you hope that will do.
Look, right from the beginning, Reese and I knew we wanted to give back somehow. We had so much community involvement, and I was approached by somebody, and the foundation just sort of started happening before our eyes.
And it's almost looking at the secondary victims, isn't it? I think is what you're looking at. So when something as horrific as this does happen, how do you look after the kids, and what do you do in those first few days when you're dealing with grief and it's overwhelming, and you're not thinking straight?
Yeah, so we wanted to help other secondary victims of domestic violence. So that is the families left behind to then carry on. And currently there is no one, especially long-term in Australia, doing that. So it's really important that these families are looked after.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Kelly, I imagine, will be so proud. The fact that you've taken in her children, you and Reese, raised them as your own. They consider you family. It's pretty wonderful what you've done.
They are family.
Yeah. And we do anything for family, don't we, guys?
Yeah.
We do anything for family. Well, look, from every single person here tonight, you deserve so many happy memories in this house. We can't wait to hear all about them. Give it up one final time for the house we all built. Well done, guys.
How cool is that, isn't it? Just fantastic. A feel-good story. Oh, so you've been delayed, which is 3 o'clock, so it's 2 o'clock for you in Queensland. Good. I'll be good if you come, Hockey. And Shannon is coming too. Yeah, I thought I'll leave it on a good note for you, starting the day, and for me, ending. Oh, Hockey, sorry to hear. Yeah, we never know what people are going out every day to battle, different battles, and you see somebody and you gotta be, well, I'll tell you what, I don't see anyone because I'm asleep. My watch says I slept from 5 p.m. till 8 p.m. Here I am, 3 a.m. I think it's low iron. But I've got a lot of vitamins the other day that I went to the chemist. We all come to Queensland, Australia. It's good, isn't it, Queensland? When I go to the Daintree. It's a shame I can't share the documentary. Maybe I'll go there and make my own documentary. I only share bits because I can't. Oh, I had a day with aloe vera today. So I did a few shorts and videos. Put it all over my face and my hands are not dry anymore. See, when you get scaly skin, gone. That aloe vera plant is amazing. You can have a look, guys, if you haven't seen it, but there's a little short how to cut it and peel it and store it in the fridge, and then when it's cold you put cold compresses of aloe vera. Nice. So you took 2 months off. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, life artist, poor you. Keep you on your toes, don't I? Oh, I did promise Margaret from Canada, you know, my Jamaican friend, and I said I was gonna show her how to. And then Nancy, I had trouble connecting to Substack and Messenger today, so sometimes the docket goes live on Livestock and I couldn't get on or comment or anything. I think I'm gonna have to grab my laptop. So so yeah. Well, anyway, Nancy was saying that she didn't know you could put aloe vera in your face, and she's got a few plants. So yeah, it's amazing. Some people don't know, you know. You're not born knowing anything or everything, I should say. So we'll be right, passerby. Just hang in there, mate. There's no worries. Don't worry. Don't worry, passerby. We'll be right here. It's just too many news. Oh, sunburn is so good. Very good. I'm a big believer of positive thinking, and sometimes I'm extremely realist, and people said, oh, you're negative. I said, no, I'm not negative. I lived long enough and saw so much stuff that didn't make me a negative person, but I am a realist. And, you know, shit happens. And I believe things happen for a reason, because the other day, the train's not running, and then there was a stabbing in Melbourne. I'm rolling the smoke. It's only tobacco. Oh, my TV went crazy. Oh, yes. No, you don't have to see my ugly mutt. You can watch nice photos instead of me. But I like Hook's checkered channel. You know when you went to the mountain? I love that video when you were driving up the mountain. It was so good. I got different glasses. I couldn't find my white Diamantes one, and so I got my black ones. I got blue ones too from Temu. But yeah, I was a bit anxious today. It's unusual that I get anxious. I don't get bored because I can read books. I can knit, you know, I can do cooking or just walking around, you know. sometimes when you're anxious, you tend to poor Miss Uruguay. What happened, huh? She's in Australia somewhere in the bush. You know that video you sent me, Life Artist, of the guy in Vegas riding the horse? I saved it to my favorites. Imagine all the traffic and there's a guy on a horse with a cowboy hat. I love it. I saw that in Queensland. Well, the border with Queensland, New South Wales in Australia is a little town called Gundawindi. And I was there visiting Thunderbolts at the cemetery. And he was a villain, Australian villain called Thunderbolts. And, well, obviously there's many villains here, very famous. And there was this guy going to the bank on a horse. Got off the horse, went to the bank, did his banking, back on the horse. Because it's easier. Sometimes you're farming and you don't have time to go and get your car and stuff like that. It's just jump on the horse. It's a lot easier. Imagine horse riding on a freeway or highway. It's crazy. I wanted to get a horse or a donkey because the donkeys can carry a lot of stuff. But they told me it's going to take about 3 or 4 days to take the horse into town from the little town where I've got my property. It'll take about 3 or 4 days. So I need to take a tent and camp in the middle of the road there with all the snakes. And so I, stick to cars, I think. Well, it's 28 Ks. Melbourne, you walk 5 minutes and you're somewhere where you got everything. And that's the thing, people want to live in cities where they're close to everything. I like walking, but it's hilarious. Google has bought new photos, people. This I haven't seen before. When the TV goes into sleep mode, I love it. Plus, we ended up on a good note, right? It's always an hour live because my phone doesn't last that long. But it's good to catch up with everyone. Life and Hockey and Jet Set and Passerby and Journey. There was a guy in Spanish, but he probably took off thinking, what the hell is going on here? No entiendo nada. I did my aloe vera short in Spanish as well. Yeah, I love it. I want to get a Samsung TV. I love nature channels. I was watching I Google good news and I Google plants, and then I was getting all kind of mixed stuff on the Google searches. They just put it in front of your eyes, you know what I mean? They push channels and things. I watch a lot of channels that are relaxing, but I've got a crime channel in Spanish. All he does is videos, 20 minutes, and he's brilliant, Paul. And yeah, he would tell stories from all over the world. So it's fantastic. Little Luna. No, I think it's an interest. It's good to see horses, people riding still, you know. I don't think I could with my back. I want it to be like, I remember watching the Jetsons growing up, and I thought by 2025 we'll have, you know, we'll be traveling like the Jetsons. We're having trouble with artificial intelligence, right? I don't pay much attention to it, but apparently they're creating a lot of pictures and videos, and that's right. That'll be nice. The thing is, when you go up the mountains, Hockey, some people ride horses. If you don't know the area, it could be dangerous, you know, because if you get to certain areas, the horse will stop and then off you go at the front, you know, head first. Yeah. Oh, I love it. So good. Look at that, 3 degrees. Do you see that? Hang on. There. 30313. Funny numbers or what? How can it be 3 degrees in Melbourne? Celsius, you know, that is nothing. It's so cold. That's why maybe I was a bit unsettled, because we had warm weather, went out, the sun was out. I was talking to Jamaica Allen. He did a video with the sunrise. So, oh, really? But there you go. And, you know, he's in Texas. Nancy's in Texas. And you guys have nice weather. Oh, really? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, 3. You can see it there, the temperature. I mean, that's by the internet, right? Oh, wow. You know what? I do too. I always have the fan going just to move the air around the room. But not today. All the window open, you know, because I smoke in my room, and I open all the windows, burn incense, and wash the windows. But yeah. Yes. I like the sometimes I do have all pitch black room and just the fan. I love it. But normally, if I shut the window, it's because it's cold. And if I'm cold, it has to be cold. Because I even, you know, swim in cold water. Doesn't worry me. In summer, you know, in the ocean in Australia is so cold, freezing cold. Very cold. Yeah, this TV has a little flick. You can see it. It goes tick, 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 tick. I was watching, it was some relaxing video, you know, where you have little psychedelic mushrooms underwater or something with beautiful white noise. It was beautiful. Just relaxing. Ooh, 19, going down in Vegas. Oh, wow. I mean, in Melbourne, we get cold from the South Pole, I think. Arctic. The wind has a chill, and the rain was pouring down. It was beautiful. I had to record it, and then I play it for sleeping. I make my own black screen rain videos. But yeah. Alright, well, I think I'm going to try and relax and stop my panicky mode. I drink lots of water. That helps. Look at that. That makes you even colder. Make sure you drink lots of water. Hydrate. I need new earrings. Yeah. It gets cold in the desert where I have my property up there. So cold and icy. One morning, I think I told you I forgot to bring wood inside. And I went up, like, it would have been 4:30, 5 in the morning, and I got up and I just went out to get wood, firewood for my wood heater. And I broke my hand. See the scar there? No, hang on. Yeah, you see it. Yeah, it's a big scar. So they had to put a plate and screws on my arm. And now I have a plate and screw on my leg. Bionic woman I am now. I'm full of screws. But we're still here. Above ground. It's all good, isn't it? Bless you, my darlings. And passerby, you have a great night. It is 2:19 for you, so no long to go. Oh, so you have a plate and screws. Oh, wow. So we're all matching. My friend Pete, that lost his leg to what I've got. It's been 8 years since he lost his leg, and I didn't want to bother him, you know. And I sent him a message, and I said, I didn't want to bother you, but I still have pain. And he said, oh, my God, you're never a bother, Gracie. Please email me, you know, let me know how you're going. And I said, female surgery is difficult. So he said it's going to take about 6 months, but you shouldn't be in pain. They should see you now. So, yeah, I'm going in November. I got to get rid of my grays, too. All right, my darling. Yeah, he helps me a lot. And I shall see you soon, all right? Yeah, we'll plan a life. Have some fun. Or you can come onto mine. I learned now how to invite. I got my friend from Kenya. We were going to do a live together, but the times are different, you know. 5556 in February 28th, last day of February. I'll be 56 years old. I'll be breaking records. I gotta think of a record. I just buy a record at this shop and break it. Break the record. That's funny. Sometimes I tell myself jokes. 28th of February, last day of February. Hey, show Enrique that short I did in Spanish so he can write it. He's gonna laugh because I said something stupid in Spanish. But anyway, It's funny. So if you have records, just break them. I used to have the Beatles collection. I wouldn't break those. But yeah, we have to break records. All right, my angels. He's 322 and he's 3 degrees. So I plan to sleep on this jumper. Because my pajama, oh no, I got my pajama top, yeah. What you see is what you get with me. Always me. Yeah, I got my good PJs here under my pillow. Do you still put your pajamas under your pillow, guys? I love it. Because it's got a hoodie and pockets. I like pajamas with pockets. Oh my god, I can't believe it's so cold in Melbourne. Pockets. Oh, life artists, I want to show you something. Ta-da! Look how long this is. It's looking good for my little 3-year-old. Well, not mine, my girlfriend's, but yeah. I reckon he's going to love it. I did a whoopsie up here somewhere. So I'm just going to make, yeah. I'm going to put a sun or a train or a little, he loves trains. I love trains too. When they're running. All right, so good to see you all. I think Journey must be making coffee because I know her. She needs her coffee. Hawksy, good to see you back, my love. And Life Artist, good morning. And all the pets, Juan y José. Y Enrique, un beso grande. Pórtese bien, no hagan cagadas. I keep drinking black coffee. I don't know how I'm going to sleep. That was a feel-good story, wasn't it? All right, my darlings. Love yous. And I'll see you soon. Without warning, as always. Bye.